Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. Coming to you, man, on a Thursday night, a.k.a. the Dodgers home opener tonight at earlier at Dodger Stadium, man. So I had the blessing of being there, man. So my voice hopefully makes it through this show, man. Super blessed to be at that game today. Got hooked up, and I have a feeling it's gonna happen a lot this season, man. So can't wait to be out there more at the ballpark this season, man, and bring you guys this trusted Dodger content, man. Trust me, your boy is gonna be that Laker Dodger dude all season long, man. So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. What a game to watch today. Tyler Glasnow was nasty. He was filthy. He was dominating. Man, that top of that lineup, man. Those first 6 plate appearances, 6 times on base, man. Mookie smacking the living life out of that ball to left. Freddie taking deep to center, man. And Shohei getting that, slapping that double, then getting thrown off there. Going a little too far off second there, heading towards third, man. Getting a little excited there. Dare I say he gambled trying to go to third, right? But man, what a game, man. What an atmosphere. And I'm going to touch on that in a little bit as far as the actual game. I want to talk about the scene at Dodger Stadium, man, because not only did I have great seats, but I was able to move around the ballpark and really and enter some areas and just be like, just really, really immerse in the experience, man. From the blue carpet that they rolled out from center field as they introduced the starters, to just the overall atmosphere and sound and excitement and just everyone that was at that ballpark, man. It just felt different. Felt like a playoff game. It felt like a World Series game. It felt different. Everything about it. And when they announced Shohei Ohtani as a starter for the Los Angeles Dodgers, coming out of center field on that blue carpet there, man. Something special, man. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for him to see him introduced, waiting to see him step in that batter's box. I've just been waiting on this for 3 years. I've been steady saying he was coming, man. I've been super locked in on this and excited, and just great season ahead for us and great home opener today. 7-1, just dominating. The game was never really, if Goldschmidt never suited up today, they basically would have done nothing today, right? He always kills us. I told my guy, shout out to my guy Oscar, man. He was at the game with me, and I told him, man, when Goldschmidt got that first single, I was like, man, at least I'll take that, because this gets been really tough for the Dodgers to keep him in the park, man. He just always hits home runs up against us, and then he got one on us, but outside of that, man, the Dodgers, man, Mookie, that top of that lineup, man, that murderous row, that murder ink, that death row up there, man, and it's just, if you are a pitcher, man, like you sitting there, like they walk Mookie because, out the gate, man. And then Ohtani gets up there, has a good at bat, gets the double, obviously gets thrown out there. Then Freddie brings in Mookie. Then Freddie scores, man, off Will Smith. And it's just one after another, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, like I said, Will Smith, all these guys just did their thing, man. They had to, and I was telling you guys earlier, man, I was like, be on the lookout for these piggyback games. We're going to see that often this season, and we saw that today, man, between Glasnow and Yarborough. So being able to see those type of piggyback games, which I told you guys they were doing throughout their minor league system, and then it looks like they were going to bring that in. So you had 6 innings from Glasnow, 3 from Yarborough. Bullpen was not touched today at all. Yarborough is going to be that long relief guy. You got multiple guys who can be long relief when they come back. You're going to have Tony Gosselin, Dustin May if he comes back. Like I said, Yarborough. You've got Paxton in there, who can start to give you long innings. So I think the idea for the Dodgers is, man, to have their starters' arms rested, their bullpen arm rested, going into the postseason. And I think these piggyback games are going to be what you're going to see. Like I said, you guys know, we know bullpen games, right? We know the games where we have openers. We know the games, a traditional game with a starter, middle relief, right? And then you got your setup, and then you got your closer. In this situation, you're going to see all kinds of different stuff this season. And today, I told you guys these piggyback games were coming. Didn't know they'd hit us with it the first game of the season, but they did. And here we are, man. The Los Angeles Dodgers 2-1. They had that great game 1 against San Diego. They had that barn burner in game 2, in which they took an L. And here they are in game 3 after a couple of the freeway series kind of sprinkled in between there, which happens when that team that goes overseas to play, they start the season, they come back to finish it off. This happened in 10 years ago, too, when the Dodgers, I believe, left the country and had to come back and play some preseason games, spring training games, and then start the season again. So this is not, it's not ideal. And I think I love it. You get over here, and then the Dodgers got 7 straight at home to start the season after that little trip to South Korea there. So, man, what a way to start the season, man. What a way to start it at home. Just absolute body bag, dominant pitching performance, dominant at the plate. And I'm telling you, the fans, man, I was all over that ballpark today, man. I started in my seats, was there for the first couple of innings, and just went all the way around, man. It was incredible to be there and to be around people and just watch this team thrive and play and dominate. And they're going to do that all season. Like, I really think they'll do that all season. They scored a ton of runs last year. They have a chance there. I think they're going to score more this year. I think this team has absolute specialness just written all over them. There's a lot of other good teams in Major League Baseball. But that lineup, man, that these Dodgers have is just nothing short of amazing. And I'm telling you, for those who watch the Dodgers, like spent time watching the Dodgers, you can see the difference in this team, man. Especially, so like in 2020 we had Mookie, right? And in 2021 they had Bauer, and in 2022 they add Freddie, right? In 2023 they kind of took it off because they were in Shohei watch, right? They were waiting for Ohtani, and then they add everything that they did this year. We're trading for Glasnow, extending him, obviously signing Ohtani, obviously signing Yamamoto, obviously signing Teoscar Hernandez, right? All these things they did, extending Will Smith, which I had a whole video lined up to do. Haven't dropped that yet, but that move that they did there was huge. So it's just so many different things that they have done and been tremendous at this offseason, man. And to the point where the Guggenheim group is just out here stunting on people, man. They got the logo on the helmet, they got the name on the helmet, they got the logo on the left arm. They're putting their own ownership brand on their marketing. It's incredible. They're like, hey, we did this, right? We sponsored ourselves, man. We bought it. We can put it out there. So they are the Dodgers going to have a very expensive patch right coming soon, and I still believe that Dodger Stadium is going to get renamed, and it's going to be just endless money. As you're passing through the stadium today, you're already seeing like Japanese stands and restaurants popping up, and just a wave of people that are coming through there, man. It's just special. But one funny thing I saw in today's game at the start of this game, which I was like, what are they doing? Like the Dodgers are out here just taking this whatever effort role, right, man? So they come out now. When they come out, like after the Dodgers take the field, right, and they start doing their warm ups, tossing the ball around, getting loose, getting ready for the first at bat. They came out. Shout out to the Art of War, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony. They came out to thug love. They came out to thug love. The Dodgers. You have Busy Bone and Tupac's verse with the Dodgers taking the field. Yeah, Pac that to complain to Cleveland. They had to kill some dudes that's no longer breathing. Yeah, like it was that verse. They played the whole verse, and I was like, yo, they really played Thug Love as they ran onto the field, man. That was just crazy. Of all the songs, I wasn't sure if someone messed up, like maybe the DJ played his playlist instead of the Dodger one. I was like, that's wild. I can't believe they played that song. But they played Thug Love, man, on the way. The Dodgers were on their way out today. I don't know if you guys heard that on TV, but man, everyone was looking around and saying, like, are they really playing this? And I was like, yeah, they are, man. They played Pac's whole verse, man. I was like, that is crazy that they did that, man. But incredible, man. Incredible. What a time to be at Dodger Stadium, man. I can't wait to be there all season. I'm going to be there so many times this season. And I just cannot wait. I can't wait to give you guys some tickets. I can't wait to go with some of you guys, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be, man. Just stay tuned in. Empire Jeff TV covering this baseball, man. We talk that real baseball talk, man. I'm telling you, like I'm really trying to bridge the gap between basketball and baseball and bring the people over from basketball who rock with the channel and like the style we bring to the NBA. Now we get to go ahead and bring that style over to baseball. And the best part about it is the lane's wide open for that. The lane's wide open for that. So it's like no one's really doing that. So can't wait. Can't wait to bring you this constant Dodger coverage this season and just add that same style and flair to it, man. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Who we got in the building tonight? We got Phoenix Lair. What's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up, man. Said everyone's doing. Are we going to get another story time with Jeff and Chris? Yeah, that was fun, man. Shout out my brother Chris, man. Appreciate you, man. Speaking of Chris, what's going on, Chris, man? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Angel Torres said, we're so back. We are absolutely back, my guy, man. Cannot wait. LA for Life said, what up? With this D-backs game is crazy. Yeah, I just got in, man. I'm telling you, I got up early, man. We was we were up and at it like out of the house by like 8 a.m. today, man. We was all over downtown. Rocking. Shout out to Boomtown Brewery, man. Philippe's, man, Olvera Street. We was all over the place, man. And after the game, back to Boomtown. So just kind of getting back to the house a little while ago. But I was going back and forth between basketball and baseball. I thought I was watching the Rangers and Cubs game. That was a abysmal call by the umpire there, calling that a pass ball when it was clearly a foul. I was like, yo, what are these two doing out the gate? But foul ball, clearly a foul ball, right? But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of good baseball games this year, man. A lot of good baseball games, and I love how many people are tuning into it more this season than other seasons. One, you got the historical effect, right, of the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto and all that. But then you got, that just excites people. It excites fans. It excites content creators. It gets a lot of people out there that, are going to chase this now, which I absolutely love. My sport of baseball getting this coverage and this attention outside of the playoffs, so it's really cool to see more attention to it because I feel like baseball truly needs that. And it's the more people paying attention to it, the better it's going to be. And man, you're gonna hear it in my voice throughout like this whole season, man. The excitement, I just cannot wait. When we're sitting back here, we're looking at dog days of summer, and we got the Dodgers, this Dodger team to watch, man. I could be up there at Dodger Stadium and just enjoying this hopeful historic run. Serge, what's good, my guy? Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you as usual, man. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight says, yo, what's going on, Daniel? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. He said, yo, Serge, go Dodgers, great win, man. Funny enough, piggyback is how I play the show. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, so Angel, you're a baseball guy. Like a lot of people, like that's another thing. A lot of people coming into baseball, they don't know the regular terms. They really don't know the game, right? Like they'll like, so it's like, when I say piggyback, I have to really like explain that. But Angel, your baseball, right? So I know you know what it is, and it's a pretty good strategy, right? Especially when you're trying to save your arms and you got a deep roster and you're trying to save your pen and you're trying to not tax on all that. Dodgers had a phenomenal bullpen last year, right? They're struggling with their starting rotation. They've got to handle that, right? The starting rotation, they've got to get that down. They've got to make sure that left side of the infield, the defense is going to be good. I know Mookie had an error today, but I'm not tripping on that. But now we have two potential guys at the top of this rotation, man. And especially if my guy Bobby emerges a little bit more this year. But at the top of the rotation, you have what we had last year, and you add Glass now, you add Yamamoto. And for those who don't really watch baseball or don't know a lot of baseball, this Yamamoto stuff is not like abnormal, right? It's really not. I still have a ton of trust in the kid. His stuff is filthy. His stuff is nasty. I think I'm not even like 1% worried about Yamamoto. I'm not at all. Like I said, I've watched enough baseball in my time. Kid stuff is nasty. It's just nasty. And he's over there pitching in Japan. He pitching the World Baseball Classic. Some of the best talent, up and coming talent is in Japan. So it's he is going to I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be the guy that we and a bunch of other teams wanted. I think he's going to be rookie of the year at that minimum, and potentially even in the run for a Cy Young. But Tyler Glasnow, I'm extremely glad that people who did not know his name a year ago, he is going to be a household name now. I am extremely excited about that because he has always been filthy. He's always been an incredible pitcher. He's had some injury issues, but he had a great season last year, most innings of his career. And like I said, his first 2 games already this season, he's been fantastic. I expect that to continue. He's clearly going to get run support, right? So not only did they trade for him, but they extended him. So I love the fact that now Tyler Glasnow is going to be a name that casual baseball fans will know now. So because he's always been filthy, he's always been dope. But no one knew who he was because he pitched, right? He pitched for Tampa Bay, so no one knew who he was. But now that he's here on the Dodgers, shout out to Hart High School, man, out there in Valencia or Santa Clarita out there. Local boy comes home, starts home opener for the Los Angeles Dodgers, a childhood team, and throws a gem, dominates. If not for a first ballot Hall of Famer and Paul Goldschmidt taking him deep, he pitches a shutout. So shout out to him, man. Absolutely incredible performance tonight. But like I said, the bats are going to be what sets this team free. It's going to be the bats this season. And as well as when it comes playoff time, man. When it comes playoff time, these bats cannot go silent. They can't go silent like they had the last 2 seasons because of the ridiculous playoff scheduling when it comes to how these things are matched up. But now, these bats, I have a feeling that like what you saw today, like I said, that death row lineup, they come up and it's just like, what do? You can't really, you have to pitch to Mookie because you got Shohei behind him, and you got Freddie behind him. You got Will Smith behind him. You got Muncy who can take a walk and has a great on base percentage. You got Teoscar Hernandez who will strike out, but he's also gonna send bombs to the outfield, right? And he had extra base hitting and scored a run today. Okay, so you've got guys in this lineup. You got Jason Hayward, who had a really strong bounce back year last year, right? You got Outman, who's fully capable, and you have Gavin Lux, who's basically on this team because of his bat. And I feel that he will get his bat right. And depending on where he finishes the season and where he plays defensively, like that's something that's going to have to be sorted out for sure. But I think the Dodgers are going to look up and they're going to feel like, you know what? They have a chance to score a ton of runs this season. And with the arms that they have, the bullpen they have, the long relievers they have, the piggyback games they can have, it's a good baseball team. It's a very, very good baseball team. And there are a lot of other good baseball teams out there. It's not like the Dodgers are just head and shoulders above the other guys in baseball. Like they got the talent, right? But the Atlanta Braves are still a very good baseball team. Okay. The Texas Rangers, who won the World Series, are still a very good baseball team. You've got some other teams coming up. The Philadelphia Phillies are still a very good baseball team, right? Baltimore got better. That's a very good baseball team. What are the Yankees going to be? The Yankee game was crazy tonight, man. When Juan Soto threw at the tying run at home today, man, that was a great play by Soto, man. So like I said, if the Yankees can hold it down until Garrett Cole gets back, they're going to be a very good baseball team. So it's there's a lot of they have potential. They can stay healthy and not fall off a cliff here. But I think they have a chance to be good. And then we just look around, like the Astros are the Astros. They always find a way. Those punks, they always find a way. Arizona went to the World Series last year. I don't have them obviously as a World Series team this year, but I do think that they will improve on last year's regular season. I think the Giants might be a little better than people think. I think the Padres might be a little better than people think. And obviously, Colorado's probably the only team that you really have to worry about too much in our division. The rest are going to give you challenges. They're going to come in. They're going to fight. They hate the Dodgers already. And now they're going to come in and they got to hear Dodger all season. And these teams are going to come in and wanting to beat the Dodgers, man. The starter for the St. Louis Cardinals today was already running his mouth before the game, man, talking about checkbook baseball, like all this. Now, bro, you got a 10.38 ERA, man. You do. What is it, McCullis? So it's like you came in running your mouth. You got lit all the way to F up. So you can't talk that talk and come in and get lit up like that, right? So just dominating performance from by the pitchers and the hitters, man. And just shout out to Dodger Nation showing up and showing out. People actually putting their money where their mouth is and going to these games, man, and showing up, man. Incredible, incredible, incredible. And like I said, these tickets are not cheap, man. So shout out to those who who really want to go to that. I've been to a lot of opening days in my life. The last couple of years, I was kind of like, I'm gonna go to game 2 and 3. I'm gonna sit out opening day. But today, with it being so historic as it was, I'm like, I need to be there for this. I need to be there for this, man. So getting hooked up was incredible. And like I said, I had a great game. Was able to take my boy over there, man. And like I said, run into a bunch of people, man. Like just run into a bunch of people. And it was just great, man. Great place to be. I love basketball arenas. I love NFL stadiums. There's some about a Major League Baseball ballpark or baseball park in general, man. It's just something a little bit different, man. Chris says, I think Dodgers played in Australia, right? In 2014. Yeah, they did. So I know it was 2014 because I remember because that's the year I got married, and I remember we were on our like bachelorette, whatever trip, and they were on the other side of the world, right? So that's why I remember it. So I've done that before, and I think Kershaw even came back hurt on that trip. So that's why I was like, going to Korea, just come back healthy. That's all we want. Come back healthy. And Piers, they did that. They got some injuries. Trinan got hurt prior to Korea. Like I said, you still got May, you still got Bueller, which Bueller will be back sooner than later. Gofflin still hurt. Gratterall still hurt. So you're missing some guys here early on to start this game. But excuse me, to start this season. But it's all right because, like I said, that's what they went out and got all that depth for. They got all that depth for. And then those who know the roster top to bottom, the positions top to bottom, the depth of this Dodger team with these players, came in. That steal that they got a Brazier last year, getting him on 2 more years and adding to that continuity here is what the Dodgers do, man. So they're going to continue to build on the success of last season's regular season. And obviously not last season's postseason. And they're going to continue to thrive, man. And man. I don't know if you guys can hear the smile on my face, man. It's so exciting to have baseball back, man. Just so excited to have baseball back. You said $345 billion, man. Yeah, man. They got those pockets, man. Here's the thing: the Dodgers make a lot of money, man. The Dodgers make a lot of money, so they're going to spend a lot of money. Like they had all damn near 50,000 fans in attendance today, man. It was nuts, bro. Like I took the train just because I knew the lot was. I had free preferred parking. Okay. And for those who ever gone to the stadium, you know how dope that is. I had free preferred parking. I still was like, I'm taking the train. It's going to be so nuts up there, man. I took the train, and then even getting out of the park, like to get back to Union Station, it was wild, man. So it was, the people were out, man. The people were out. And like I said, police everywhere up there today, man. They was making sure nothing crazy happened. But it just looked like everybody was having a good time. You could tell a lot of people started early, got it going. There was partying. So there was a lot of, characters in the building tonight, though, but a lot of people enjoying Dodger baseball, man. We got they did tribute to Adrian Beltre for becoming a Hall of Famer. He threw out the first pitch, man. It was like I said, man, I still can't believe they came out the Thug Love by Tupac. That was just and Bone. That was just crazy, man. Chow Lee, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you as always. Thank you. LA for Life says it took Nomo and Darvish more than 6 starts to get the hang of it. Just needs time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But again, there's a lot of people, LA for Life, coming into baseball now that just don't know what they're talking about yet. And it's okay. Like I said, it's okay. It's going to take time because they haven't really been watching, right? So Yamamoto, I'm not tripping on this. Could he still be a bust? Of course he could. We got to see what happens. But as far as like for those who watch baseball, know the history of the game, this is not abnormal. Dudes get rocked. It's the Major League Baseball. But the thing about baseball, no matter who you are, whether you're a hitter, whether you're a pitcher, whatever it is, you can be humbled in a second in baseball. You can be on top of the world and just be in a complete rut and slump next. So it's just the way baseball goes. Baseball will humble you with the quickness. You guys all know this. Anyone who's watched baseball for a long time, you know how this goes. You know what to expect. But like I said, we're welcoming a whole new group of people into baseball this season because this Dodger team is that special, and people want to feel part of something, and that's a good thing. They're welcome. We want them here. We want baseball to be bigger, right? We want baseball to be more enjoyed by more. We want people to go to games. We want people talking Dodger baseball, man. That's what we want. This team is worth it, and they have chance to They have a chance to go on a like a dynasty run here, man. This team has a chance to be a dynasty, man. Trust me. Erquan says, "What's up, Erquan? Glasnow pitched better this game. Glasnow's been pitching great. Like I said, the Korea stuff, man. You gotta think of travel, pitching at 3 a.m, bro. I did a 3 a.m. live stream and I was suffering. I can imagine these guys playing in that. You know what I mean? So Glasnow had a little bit of struggle with command in the first game, but his stuff was still nasty. Today, like I said, he looked absolutely great out there, and I expect to see that version of him all season, really. Diego plus other prospects for a shortstop or closer. So the Dodgers are actively. Here's the thing. So I didn't even that Will Smith deal I did not see coming. Like I know because I know that the Dodgers have been offering that for about I don't know almost for a while now. Back to at like if not before back to last spring training. So did not see that deal coming yet. And the fact of what they got him for and the length and was just my God, man. So yeah, so Diego, you might but again, I don't know where Will Smith is going to finish his career. Is he going to move to third base? Is this something like we're gonna have to wait and see, right? 10 years. Like I said, he's 28 years old. So I don't foresee, I don't know if he's gonna play catcher his entire career, but the Dodgers have a very good baseball player, a very good catcher, a top tier catcher, a 20 home run plus guy. Right. And also potential like a guy that you can move if you needed to. I'm not saying you have to or you'd want to, but it's a guy you can move with that salary and the $50 million of deferred money, 12 million AAV there. Incredible deal, man. Incredible signing there, man. KD, what's going on, my guy? How was the game, Jeff? I was there earlier. I saw you with your people, but I didn't say hi. My bad. Oh, you saw me? Why didn't you say hi, KD? Man, I was roaming around out there, man. Appreciate you, man. I told you I was all over that ballpark, man. I was all over. So, man, appreciate you, man. It's crazy you saw me because a couple of people messaged me that they saw me too. A couple of people came up to me. It was cool. Like I had that. I'm still getting used to that. People like recognize you from YouTube or social media, right? So, a couple of people did come up to me today. That was dope. That was dope. Not gonna lie, like that was kind of special. But you should have came up, KD. What's up, man? You should have pulled up, man. But I'll be at plenty of games, man. So if you're gonna be going to games, KD, let me know. Well, we'll link up. But that's crazy that you saw me in that big old stadium. Still a trip to running into people, man. That's dope, man. That's super dope. Eric says Rangers are taking a step back this season. They could, they might. Step back, I could see, but like if they get into the postseason and Corey Seager gets hot again, man, that team is still gonna be strong. I understand they lost Montgomery. I know that, but depending on what DeGrom looks like, and depending on what Scherzer comes back looking like, who knows what that team could be? But they are the defending champs. We have to wait and see what happens there. Still crazy that KD saw me. Yamamoto just needs to refine his secondary pitches. Yeah, and he basically said that he knows what's wrong. He's working on it. He goes, I'm not worrying. I was trying some things, and I think that's true. You know what I mean? So I think that like I said, for those who have watched baseball a long time, like my guy said, man, Nomo and these guys before. Have had struggles. This is nothing new. It's nothing new. It's not basketball where someone comes in and has a bad week or two, and then you consider them a bust. Baseball is not like that. It's not the same thing. Lakers Dodgers for life. What's going on, man? We need to do something about our defensive situation. I mean, they had one error today, and it was Mookie. You know what I mean? So Mookie, I trust him to not have games with too many errors this season. So. They will address it. I think they'll be all right. This Dodger team doesn't strike me. This organization doesn't strike me as a team that's going to sit back and like not figure stuff out if they think it's too big of a problem. So I could tell you that the Dodgers. I could tell you this right now that the Dodgers, if they really, really, really want a shortstop, they can have one today. So that's the beauty about what they did in the offseason of spending the money and going the free agent route versus using our prospects to go make trades. Now they have prospects to go make moves when they want one. Top tier shortstop they want to go get, they can go get them. If someone in the outfield isn't working out, you can make that Randy trade now. You really, really can. It's just the Dodgers don't want to unload the clip and go after all of those players for their prospects yet. Hold on, I'm watching this replay here. I had like 3 people told me they saw me on TV like twice today. And the cameras were, I was waiting in line for beer and they came up and said, you guys are on. The cameras are right on us. So I'm trying to see, because I got like messages that people say they saw me. That's crazy. So I have people that saw me in the park and then people who saw me on TV. That's crazy. But so I was all over the place, man. I was all over the place today. But yeah, man, I think that the Dodgers, I could tell you this right now, that the Dodgers, if they really, really want a shortstop, they can have one today. So that's the beauty about what they did in the offseason of spending the money and going the free agent route versus using our prospects to go make trades. Now they have prospects to go make moves when they want one. Top tier shortstop they want to go get, they can go get them. Someone in the outfield isn't working out, you can make that Randy trade now. You really, really can. It's just the Dodgers don't want to unload the clip and go after all of those players for their prospects yet. Let's see. Katie said, I said at the Lexus Club with my people, the food is actually not bad. Yeah, Lexus Club is cool, man. The food is not bad. What'd you have? Lexus Club is dope. I've been in there a couple times. I didn't go in the Lexus Club today. Passed by it a few times, but I did not go in it today. Let's see. Win day for baseball. Absolutely. Great day for baseball, man. Incredible day for baseball. Yeah, I saw you holding a big can of beer, recording. Yeah, I posted okay, you saw me. So that was the tall can. Yeah, I posted on my story on IG. So okay, so that's the case. And you probably saw me by center field, right? I think that's the time I was about. I think that's when I was around center field. That's when I said they came by with the cameras over there. So yeah, oh, that's crazy to see you over there. So you were moving around the stadium too. I kept going, like moving around the stadium, then going back to my seat, and then I just wanted to make sure that whenever that top of the lineup hit, wherever I was going to be watching it. So I actually was in center field when Mookie hit that home run and when Freddie hit that home run. I was actually in center field, not right before I think you saw me, Katie, because right there, because we were gonna get in line right there, and then the Dodgers coming up. I'm like, I'm missing no at bats from these guys, man. I'm going back up there. So I went up to that center field kind of gap out over there and watch them, smack those home runs over there, man. So it was man. It was fun. I'm telling you, the energy in the stadium it felt like a late playoff or a World Series game. Like it's that blue carpet coming out of center field, the players' families greeting them. And when they announced Shohei Ohtani, man, it's just been something that I've been wishing and hoping for over 3 years, something I was convinced was going to happen. And it was just it was surreal to be out there today, man. I told myself I'm going to that game, man. I'm going to that game when Shohei makes his first official debut at Dodger Stadium, when he gets introduced to the starting lineup on opening day, and when he steps in that batter box, man. It was just something that I really, really wanted to do, and I want to go to so many games this year and watch this team play. And I really want to go to Yamamoto's game on Saturday. So we got Bobby Miller tomorrow, Yamamoto on Saturday, but I think it's a potential for a rainout on Saturday, which is rare for LA, but I definitely want to go see Yamamoto in person, but I don't think I'm going to go out there on Saturday because of the rain, Sunday being Easter and all, but I'll probably be back at least for that, for some of those games in the Giants series. So we'll probably be out there. And I was trying to go live on YouTube with you guys today, but they just kept playing music all game. So I couldn't go live, man, because YouTube will, I'll get dinged for that. So I was trying to go live, couldn't. So I have to figure that out. I'm gonna go live on mute. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I have to figure that out. But when I start going into a lot more games, I'm gonna have to do some like post game or pre game from the car, and then kind of go from there. But for everyone who doesn't follow me on IG, Empire Jeff on IG, I posted from the game on IG, posted on Twitter at Empire Jeff _, and you can pull up to those sites over there. Also on TikTok. What is my TikTok? I barely use it. At Empire Jeff TV on TikTok. I usually post just like my reels on there. But I posted some Dodger content on there today. I've had a TikTok for a while. Just something that's I got to remind myself or force myself to use, because I have a service that just dumps clips on there and I don't really actually go on it myself. Probably should though, right? Let's see. DJ, what's going on, my guy? My guy DJ from Lakers in 5. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for pulling up. For those who watch the NBA and the Lakers, head on over to Lakers in 5 there, man. Great channel, good dude, great content. Lakers in 5. Go over there, shoot my guy sub, man. Great content, man. Appreciate you, DJ. If you're working tonight, drive safe, brother. Katie said, yeah, I went out because my friend was late because crowd was hectic. Then I saw you walking with your beer. Then I went down to the club. I had the hot dog and the beer. Yeah, man. The hot dog and the beer is official, man. Yeah, I was with so I started out with like 2 people today, and then I just ran in. There was a bunch of people that I knew that were there, and they were just kind of just linked up, and then it's how it goes, man. Like I said, I've gone to Dodger games where I've bought. I never even saw my seat. Like I got my ticket, I got in. Just ended up linking up with people, man. Ended up at a bar. Ended up someone like, yo, come sit in our section, or someone had a suite. Like it's just I've had multiple times where I just got in the stadium and it never went to my seat. So today I went to my seat. I specifically had a seat that was along the line because I wanted to see if Shohei had a home run right in his first game. So definitely I was along I was between first base and the foul pole. Where I had my actual seats. And then I said, well, I was all over the stadium after that, though. Said my friend gave me tickets to Saturday, but I'm out of town since it's finally spring break. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted to go on Saturday to see Yamamoto, but that rain is going to be and Sunday's Easter, so I can't go to that. But if I don't end up going tomorrow, I am 50-50 tomorrow. I'd have to probably say I'm probably not going tomorrow. But Saturday, I have tickets. I have tickets for all 3 games remaining in the series. So, but I'm probably not going to go to any of them. So, but next week, I'm looking to go to the at least 1 or 2 to the in the Giant series for sure. Definitely want to hit those up, man. But because Bobby Miller's my guy. Like, he's been my favorite prospect for a couple of years. He was my favorite prospect since Julio. But now, that he's in that rotation. I would love to go see him pitch tomorrow. Then I said Yamamoto. There's a lot of guys who I just want to go see play Dodger baseball this season, man. And I feel like almost every game I've gone to, Mookie has hit a home run. Guy is just a monster, man. Monster. Just he's been one of the best players in baseball for a long time. He's mutually respected in multiple sports. Like, he's a star. Mookie is a superstar, and I love the fact that he's recognized for it. And I love the fact that people who are now becoming baseball fans are seeing him, as someone who doesn't just sit courtside at Laker games. You know what I mean? Like, he's a superstar. Mookie Betts is a superstar, and we have him. And Shohei Ohtani is a superstar. We have him. And it's like we have potentially a couple of aces. We've got great bullpen arms. There's so much talent and so much depth on this team that I cannot wait to see them hit their stride. Like, you remember how this Dodger team looked last August? Like, when they were just out there slaying and Mookie was killing. Like imagine when this whole team is flying around like that. It's going to be crazy, man. I did not see the Diamondbacks game. I came back and went. As soon as I got home, I came in and did the live with you guys. I heard it was crazy. I've got a bunch of notifications on my phone, including my baseball people. So you watching this? And I was like, man. Wait, O'Neill? Did Tyler O'Neill hit 5 home runs today? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. He homers for the 5th straight opening day. Okay. I was like, what the hell? I remember when I was a kid, when I was younger, someone hit like 4 home runs in like opening day. 4 home runs. Albert Bell. Who did that? 4 home runs. Oh, no. It was wait, no, who was it that did that, man? I think it was like 4 home runs on opening day. Okay, but he's hit a home run in 5 straight opening days. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, he hit 5 today. That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. I remember Tyler O'Neill was on this St. Louis Cardinals team and they got moved to Boston, man. Yankees comeback, by the way. Yeah, Yankees. That's what I said. That throw up from Soto at home and come back and got that win. That's a big win for them, man. Big win for them, man. Kane, what's going on, my guy? Were you ever in the music industry? Yes and no. I had an independent record label for a while. I knew a lot of people in the music business. I still do. I'll say yes and no. Independently, yes. Officially, like in the actual industry, yes as well, but not to the level of the independent one. So very very, very fun time of my life. Very, very fun time of my life. That's why when you hear me talk hip hop, like, and the stuff I break down, you know what I'm talking about. You guys know I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, big time. And I'm talking like the era of dudes that like really, really rap and really, really spell, like rappers, you know what I mean? And singers, you know what I mean? Not this today's stuff. You know what I mean? I couldn't work in the industry with today's music, man. It's ugh. You know what I mean? Like just auto-tuned out. I just can't do it, bro. Let's see. Micah, what's going on, my guy? He said, Empire Jeff. Tani, what's going on, brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. And when healthy, we will be the deepest team in baseball. Oh, facts. Yeah, hey, Lakers and Dodgers. I think even if we lose a player or two, we can still be the deepest team in baseball, man. That lineup is just so nasty. So nasty, man. I said Tyler looks like he could hit 5. Oh, Tyler is jacked, bro. Tyler forever been strong. He's never feel like he has moments where it's like, this dude can play baseball. And then out of sudden, it's just like, man, this dude is just not very good at baseball. And then he had an off year. And then, it's funny, KD, you look at someone like, you look at Tyler O'Neill, he just looks like a Red Sox. He just looks like someone who should play in Boston, right? So maybe over there playing for the Red Sox, maybe he can do some things up there. I think he's a good baseball player. He just kind of ran his course there in St. Louis. But it's got the tools, man. Definitely has the tools. Kane Carter says, hot take, Bam can be Giannis Like if given the green light, he is more skilled. They just need a good stretch big like Lopez of Vooch or Jonas. Bam, they're so different. Bam is not as much as a physical force as Giannis or like the freak of nature physically that Giannis is, but I think Bam could be better than he is if he wasn't in a system that kind of the system outshines the player. So if you had Bam like on another team playing a role like most teams use guys in roles, I think Bam would. It's funny. I think Bam would be a better player. His legacy would be better on another team. I believe you with that. But as far as be like Giannis, man, I just think Giannis is so much more physically gifted with just his physical dominance, man. Michael or Prince. To me, it's Mike, man. It's Mike. Kane said thoughts on the K-Dot verse, rap Civil War. So he tapped him. It's just kind of Drake had been kind of doing a little, those little subbies, right? And then Cole been trying to brag like he the best for a while. And for me personally, K-Dot slays both of them. Drake is, it's a joke to even put him in the conversation with those two. Incredible artists, incredible records, incredible sales, like incredible pop star, right? I don't say that as a joke. I don't say that to belittle the man because he's incredible. He's had a hell of a run. Incredible career. Hit after hit after hit after hit. He's had some albums, but when it comes to like I said, but they're like the dudes that rap, like the dudes who really rap, Drake is not in the same conversation as Kendrick and Cole. He's just not. And if I'm any of them, I don't mess with Kendrick, man. I don't mess with Kendrick. Kendrick is just like Kendrick don't like is different. These other dudes like I don't know. It's just I know Cole has himself a Kendrick has a cult as well. Drake, we already know what Drake is. Drake is like Apple, right? Drake got his base, right? Cole got his base. But Kendrick is just so lyrically gifted. And I tell people all the time, drop a quote, Cole quotable, bro. Like they're just not, Cole's had some good, he's had some good moments. He's dope. Don't get me wrong. I remember Cole before like anyone knew who Cole was, man. I remember like hearing Cole and being excited when we first heard him on Blueprint 3 and every day a star is born. Clap for him. Yeah, that was I knew Cole before almost anyone knew Cole, right? Like a lot of people didn't know who he was, right? So same with Kendrick, man. Before Kendrick, before the Coachella and Dr. Dre and all his stuff early, Kendrick been dope a long time, man. And I think Kendrick did that. I don't think that was the diss track. I think the diss track is ready. It's there if needed. And I think they'll be sorry if they mess with him, man. I really think they'll be sorry if they mess with him. He's that boy is nasty, man. He's nasty. And I'm saying that from a shout out to TDE, man. Shout out to TDE, man. Shout out my guy FaZe, man, who was this close to signing with TDE, man. So we got a little like shout out to TDE, man. Shout out to TDE, man. Even though Kendrick's no longer part of TDE, now he's on his own thing. And now it's time to go do his thing, man. He's taking a page out of the 50 book here. So do your thing, man. Micah said, Jeff, who's your top 5 rappers of all time? So my top 5 and my favorite 5 can be different at any given time. But as far as my top 5, like to me, it's like, no particular order, man. You got Big, Jay, Nas, M. And then when it gets in that level of when you start, and then it gets a little difficult for me because who do I want? Do I want that commercial guy? Do I want a dude to get there? Do I want someone like 3 Stacks, right? Do I want him? Or do I want someone that just keeps bodying left and right as he gets older, like a Black Thought, man, like or Jadakiss, who just gets out here and just keeps killing things. And it's like there's so many dudes who can be in the top 5 now, right? If this was 10 years ago, a little different. But these guys, as they've gotten older, they almost just continue to get better, right? A lot of these like the OG one, like I said, Black Thought. If people ain't listened to Black Thought the last 5, 6, 7 years, man, just listen to Black Thought on Bird's Eye View. Shout out to Static Selector, man. That is just nasty work that he does on that. But and then like my favorite, obviously, my favorite has Pac in it. I'm a big 50 guy, right? But as far as those guys aren't top 5, but they're my favorite 5. So, but like to me, typically it's Big, Nas, M, J are my like core 4. 5 is where it starts to like get a little bit difficult because it gets real tough. But there's a lot of guys. I got guys who are my favorite that wouldn't be in my top though. You get what I'm saying? So But I like the era of rap. I like the era where dudes had to sell records. I like the era where dudes had to come out here like you couldn't just have like equipment in your room and say you're a rapper. Like I like dudes who had to rap. You know what I mean? Give me those dudes. They had to know how to rap. Like they had to. They had to make hit records. They had to be able to hold their own and never back down on the mic. Like I like that era more than kind of like the weird era we're in right now. Let's see. Eric says I saw the Sean Green 4 home run game. Yeah, I remember the Sean Green 4 home run game. That wasn't open. That wasn't the opener of the season though. But I remember that one, man. Sean Green 4 home runs. That was epic. That was classic. Sean Green was a good baseball player, man. He was real good. I'm trying to remember who hit those 4 home runs. Not that this wasn't a Dodger game. This was like the start of the season. Like someone had 4 home runs in the season opener. That wasn't Sean Green. He did that for the Dodgers, but that's not the game I was talking about there. Curtis Fair, what's going on, my guy? He says, "What's up, Empire Jeffrey? Search and chat, Vladdy with the 450 shot today. No one man should have all that power." Yeah, Vladdy is nuts, bro. He's got 3 other brothers that are nuts too. Just just nuts. They got the youngest one who's not in the country yet, but the other 2 are in organizations already. But the Guerrero brothers, like there's a chance that all of them can make it, and then they're just man. Vladdy, my God, that boy is so strong, man. He's worked on his like his swing and how he handles those inside pitches have adjusted a little bit, so I expect him to smack a lot this year, man. Katie said, when you going back to playback? I'm trying to find the time, Katie. Just got a lot going on right now, just a lot going on. So I want to do it. I want to do it more. It's just like I said, schedule, timing. I got a lot of responsibilities, man. I'm just trying to handle all of them at once. And YouTube is it's difficult to keep up with YouTube and playback and all that, and still handle my regular responsibilities, man. But I'm gonna do my best to get back on a regular rotation. I just had to take care of some stuff as the baseball season was approaching here, and I knew I had to buy myself some time because I wanted to free up some time for baseball. Hepatitis See You Later says, you see the comments by Friedman. Mark Walter wants to win badly. Dodgers going all in this trade deadline for whatever they need for sure. Orders up from the top. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Hepatitis See You Later is they've stacked it to where they have prospects to move. They spent money. Now they got prospects to go out and move and get players at the deadline. They can go out there and get a Luzardo. They can get a Tanner Scott. They maybe can go out and get a Glacé. Maybe they can get a Bieber. Maybe they can get I think if they do make a move for Willy Adames, I think that might be earlier than that. But they got position players. They got prospects that go out and get these type of guys. It's just a matter of, are they going to, right? When are they going to? And they're gonna do it. Like that's what I was saying. They're waiting to see what this shortstop and second base situation looks like. They're gonna wait to see what the bullpen looks like. They're gonna wait to see what the outfield looks like. They're gonna wait to see how these starters and these piggyback games go. They're gonna wait to see how all this plays out. And when they do so, then they're well positioned to go out and do what they need to do in the trade market. And could be there will be moves at the trade deadline, but I think the Dodgers may do things prior to the trade deadline as well, man. What I meant, like turn Bam into a point forward. Okay, gotcha. He just needed real big next to him. Also, because Bam been starting to take more threes. Okay, yeah, that I totally get for sure. Definitely totally agree with that. Clark Kings. Chris says Empire Jeff on playback is better than TV guys. Hey, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Like I said, man, I think I just bring a different style to these YouTube streets, man. That the kind of just a little different. You know what I mean? I think that's good. I think there's a lot of people that are different out here. You know what I mean? That's what makes us all special in what we do, right? So there's a lot of great content creators out there. So in order to kind of stand out amongst all the greatness that is, you have to kind of find your own lane and do what you do. And that's why I was one of the like I said, that's why I was the first one trying to bridge the Lakers and Dodgers, man. You guys know I've been man, I've been repping the Dodgers out here since like October, man. My channel was almost going to be Dodgers first. Really was. Timing didn't line up. But I love baseball. I have a passion of covering baseball. And like I said, I was talking about them the whole off season, and then now we hear games matter. Like I said, I got my butt up at 3. The chat hustled me. Got my butt up here at 3 a.m. to call a game, man. I'm dedicated, man. I'm dedicated for the boys in blue, man. For Dodger baseball, man. So it's I've been patiently waiting to drop, the style that I bring to covering the NBA to bring it to baseball, man. And I really think that y'all gonna enjoy it, man. I really think y'all gonna enjoy it. I think you're gonna enjoy a lot of people's coverage of baseball this season. Like I said, I think it's a good thing. I'm excited for more baseball coverage. and because the sport deserves it, and it's finally, the team has something that people want to be part of now. People want to be part of greatness. Obviously, I too want to be part of greatness. I want to cover this. So there's going to bring a lot of people who typically wouldn't into the game, and that's good. So there's going to be plenty of Dodger content out there. You know what I mean? So just be ready. Just be ready because it's coming, man. It's coming. Let's see. Dane says Drake can rap, homie, especially timestamp records. He got a style for everything. He got them schemes. So think about Drake is a great like performer, but Drake is known to have just pretty much ghostwriters. He's not really a rapper. He's a performer, but he's great at it. He's great at it. And you can have the best ghostwriters in the world. You still have to deliver it. You still have to perform it. So you're absolutely right. He's great at it. But Drake is not an MC. Drake is not an MC. So he can put out diss records and get out there and do it. But if you threw Drake in front of someone and said battle right there, you like here, go battle Kendrick face to face right now he'd get destroyed. He'd get destroyed. You know what I mean? I don't know many rappers he would be able to beat that are actually rappers, right? But outside of that, it doesn't take away from his greatness as an artist. It does not take away his greatness as an artist. A lot of artists have ghostwriters, plenty of them. But I can tell you, most of those dudes who really rap don't. And that's the difference between Drake and those guys. And it's like I said, I think people's perspective of what rappers are nowadays ain't really what rappers are. You know what I mean? Dudes who make rap music or try to make rap music aren't rappers. You know what I mean? Like Drake is more of a pop star than a rapper. But he's very, very, very good at what he does. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. But like I said, like dudes, there's a lot of dudes who call themselves rappers that are not rappers. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, when you've worked around people who actually rap, like you tell the difference right off top. And Drake, incredible talent, but like I said, he's more of a top 40 guy than an actual and he's made a ton of money, and that's the route you want to go, right? So, very, very good at what he does, but he's not on Kendrick's level, like whatsoever. Like they're not even in the same galaxy, bro. It's not even anywhere close to it. Searches. Trayvon James, what's going on, my guy? Jeff, I had a debate with my brother. Best West album ever. All Eyes on Me. The Chronic #1. Ooh. So you're talking about the Chronic. You're not talking about 2001, I assume. Okay. So if you're talking about the best West Coast album ever, so because fun fact, like I don't even have All Eyes on Me as Pac's best record, best album. But if it is the best West Coast album, because Me Against the World was just a classic from Pac. All Eyes on Me or the Chronic. They're so different. I think that the Chronic set it off, man. The birth of Death Row Records, man. 91, 92, man. Just so many great bangers on there. Kind of after Deep Cover kind of introduced us to Snoop Dogg on the Chronic, man, and amongst other things. But the being out here and hearing California Love when that dropped, that song shook California like an earthquake, y'all. And if you weren't here or you weren't old enough, like if the first time you heard California Love was like 10 years after it came out or 5 years after it came out, it didn't hit you the same. It just didn't. The way California Love hit, like G-Thang hit crazy. Dre Day hit crazy. The diss record there. Let Me Ride hit crazy. And then the transition of following that to Snoop's debut album, like the whole transition from the Chronic on, that's a tough one, man, because they came out at different times and they were both transcendent and influential and massive in their own way. Man, that's a tough debate, bro. That's a tough debate. Who did you take? So you have All Eyes on Me in the Chronic one. So you didn't say which one you had to take. I'd have to think on that, man. All Eyes on Me is a double album. Ton of hits on there, but not every track is. Some tracks I'm like, I might have to go Chronic, man. It's so tough because California Love alone, man. California Love alone was just so monstrous. So monstrous. But I might have to go Chronic, man. I might have to go Chronic there. Let's see. All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on King. All Eyes on King. Yeah. Shout out to that man. We gotta join on the website. All Eyes on King was basically looking like LeBron on the All Eyes on Me album cover, man. Firework by my guy Chris, man. Go check that out over there. I don't have it on my StreamYard right now, man, but I put it up there. King Carter says Drake and Braun got similarities, and the fact the oldies don't rock with them. This much is super evident. No, I know plenty. Well, I think we're mistaking the internet for people who do and don't rock with people. Because if you let the internet tell you no one listens to Kendrick Eminem, and that's ridiculous. I rock with both of them. I rock with Drake and Braun. But and I know a lot of older heads that rock with Drake and Braun. I know a lot of dudes that do. But like I said, if you let the internet tell it, that's gonna have you chasing. The internet's gonna have you chasing down a whole bunch of false narratives, man. Because the people come on the internet really aren't outside, really aren't like all the time. Like so, it's like those narratives just get pounded in 24/7, right? So it's like I would just say like I trust like get out there, smell the air, debate. 1 second. Drop some here. Get out. Not saying you. I'm saying like most of these people who do these debates, like get out there and talk to real people out there. Like these internet narratives go crazy, bro. They go crazy. Yeah, Black Thought is monstrous, boy. Just straight up monstrous, man. Appreciate you, big baby. Thanks for pulling up, bro. Appreciate you, man. Kurt Affair. He said I salute Kurt there. I got to be one of the few not impressed with Yamamoto. I know it's early. Hopefully he proves me. No, I hear you. And it's okay. Like I said, that just is my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Yeah, I could very well be wrong. You know what I mean? Very well, I could be wrong. But I've just seen it enough. I've seen enough guys go through this, especially when they make the transition. And like I said, I saw him in the World Baseball Classic. I saw him in his first spring training game. I've watched film on him in Japan, which is very, very, very tough competition. This is not like coming over from it's not the same as basketball, saying like coming up from foreign country. It's not the same. No. Japan is very, very, very good. And he's been filthy over there. So he's got to adjust to a new country, a new culture, a new league. There's a lot of things. But as far as that man facing talent, he's already done that. So, and he's dominated. So I'm confident in his ability. Like I said, could I be wrong? Sure, of course. I don't think I am. Well, that remains to be seen, but I still trust him. I think he's going to be good for a very, very long time. There's a reason why pretty much every scout in Major League Baseball was falling over themselves to go look at him and to try to get him to become part of their team, man, for sure. Big Baby says, who do you think is going to be the toughest challenge this year for the Dodgers? Like I said, there's a lot of good teams. If we're talking the National League, probably the Atlanta Braves. And then when you get into the American League, you got to respect the Rangers. You got to respect the Orioles. They're, like I said, I'm very interested to see what this Yankee team looks like this season, how they look and what they do. But, the Phillies have been a team that just finds their way involved at the end. Obviously, the Astros continue to as well. You're always going to have a surprise team, a sneak team that comes out of nowhere last year, like Arizona. Is that going to be someone like a San Francisco, someone like a San Diego? Is it going to be like a team over there's going to be someone like the Cubs? Is it going to be someone like, I'm not saying it's going to be, I'm just saying like, are we going to get a team that comes out of nowhere and starts playing really well to start the season? And those teams start spending money and start making trades and going for it. Like, are we going to see that for some of these teams? Like, is that going to happen? And, but I still have the Dodgers. I feel like the best team in baseball, right? But it's not like they're leaps and bounds above the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves are a very good baseball team too. They won a World Series too, right? They've done some great things. They just added Chris Sale, right? They're getting some guys back. So it's going to be, Acuna Jr. is incredible over there, man. They got top tier team over there. So for me personally, it's the Atlanta Braves. What about you guys? Who do you guys think? Let's see. Kurt says, how's Lucky doing today? Was he dressed up in Dodger blue? He was dressed up in Dodgers today, but Lucky is I got home and him nor my wife are here. So they're out and about. Lucky is he took his nap while I was at the game. My wife got home and they've been out cruising. Lucky likes being in the car, man, with the windows down. So he's out cruising with his ears flapping in the wind, man. I'm sure you guys will hear him as soon as they re-enter the household here, man, because he'll probably come running over here to me, man. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Tibbs giving guys like Josh Hart 48 minutes? My homie tells me coaches practice tells them how many mins they get or don't get. Yeah. So Tibbs is a different, like he's that throwback old school style coach, man. He will run his guys into the ground. Like he really will. So how you show up, how you prepare, he checks. Like there's Chicago Bull players who said that they didn't want to go like into like the go work out or the training facility later night, because that guy like basically sleeps there, right? So he peeps who comes in, who goes, and he rewards like the guys who put in the time. And someone like Josh Hart, who's hard nosed, gets out there, plays hard. He's been stepping up. He's had more triple doubles in the last few weeks than he's had his entire career. Right. So he's putting in the work. He's seen the results. And someone like Tibbs is like trying to continue to go to the well on that. The problem is you got to be careful because then you can wear that man out and you're going to need him come playoff time. So Tibbs is very, very much like that. Absolutely. So your homie is absolutely correct on that when it comes to Tibbs. Bloodhound says, "What's up, Bloodhound? My biggest concern with the Dodgers is the infield defense." I hear you, but I also think that's the easiest thing to fix. That's a trade away, so I think they could fix that at any time. They had one error today. They won 7-1. They gave up 3 hits. So, like I said, if it gets to a point where it becomes problematic, I believe they will do their part to deal with it. Right now, I think they're going to be fine, man. Like if coaches don't see what they want from you in practice, they won't reward you. So that depends on the coach, Kane. So in my coaching days, I like to see guys play hard and compete in practice, but I also need to be aware of the situation. What's their home life like right now? Are they not feeling well? They're going through something. Are they in a rut? Are they in a bad stretch? Are they playing out there injured? So they're giving effort, but their body's not. Their body's kind of betraying them a little bit. Like there's things you have to take into consideration when it comes to judging off of practice purely. And the fact that these NBA teams don't practice as much as they used to, when the event that they do practice, it's kind of even harder to hold that against them. So for me, I think of the way the game is played today, I think that's a little short-sighted. But when I coached, I was very communicative in practice. I was talking to guys. I was and girls. I was talking to both my male and female players, and talking like, how you feeling? How's it going? Like, working on their routines. Especially me, like when you have these guys for so long, you know what their routines are. So if you see a guy skip a couple steps of the routine, you're immediately like, okay, what's up? Why are you cutting corners here? You don't do this. And then, they'll tell you like, oh man, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to work on, pay a little bit more attention to this. I'm struggling here. I've got this down. I'm gonna get back to that routine, but right now I'm focusing a little bit more on this. And that made sense to me. I'm like, okay, cool. So you're not cutting corners. You're just trying to focus on. So here comes Lucky. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, bud. What are you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? He's like, let's go Dodgers. What's up? Dodger gear. What's up, buddy? Excuse me. I got a very friendly hyper beagle running around here. So like I said, that's why it's very important to communicate with your players, because if I just assumed and didn't talk to that player, I would have thought they were cutting corners, and they weren't. They were putting extra time in and extra work in on something. Now, some coaches are like, okay, that's great that you're doing that. We'll spend some extra time in practice, put on extra work, do your normal routine, work on your normal things, and then put in extra time. But for me, when it's a player I trust, a player that's been, coming through for me left and right, I'm going to trust them to figure it out. And then if I need to get further involved in that, I will. So it depends on your relationship with your player. How well do you know the player? How long have you coached the player? And what your dialogue and communication is with said player, because that is all very important. Long answer, I know. Kane says, Drake def rights, bro. We've got plenty of proof on the other side of that. Plenty of proof. Micah says, okay, they down my business. They're talking to each other. Kanye has ghostwriters and Drake has written for people. Yeah, like I said, plenty of people have, but Kanye's not one. Kanye is dope too, but like I said, Kanye isn't like, it's Drake is just not one of those dudes. He's just not. And no one who's ever been labeled a top 5 or top 10 rapper is gonna put Drake up there. He's just not gonna do it. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Bron hate is crazy. Like the Bron hate is nuts. Like I said, the channel's dedicated to Bron hate is nuts. Like it's a whole different world out there, man. Is Bron my favorite player all time? No. Is Bron my GOAT? No. But do I hate Bron? Hell no. I respect Bron. That his longevity and his play alone, people just can't understand greatness for that long. They've been hating on him for so long. They can't understand why he's still here. Right. So I get that though. It's his greatness. Their hate is just a tribute to his greatness. Point blank, period, man. Let's see. I love Kendrick, but I don't know, really listen to much outside Good Kid, Mad City. I listen to him, but not as much as Drake and Cole. And that's cool. And that's cool because they are both they're all very good, man. I have these debates with some of my best friends. Like some of my best friends. I have homies that are older than me. They are certified old heads, right? And they love Drake. Like they love Drake. They will battle me constantly about Drake. And I know dudes like some old heads that rock with Drake. So like I said, the internet will tell you one thing, but in reality will tell you another. And like I said, there's plenty of people who rock with Drake. Plenty. I rock with Drake, but I'll take. But I think the question is, a battle or like the actual like better rapper, like a dude who actually like spits and a dude that bar for bar and writes and like that's just never gonna be Drake to me. It's just not. That's no shade because he's great at what he does. Uh, but Drake is not a more lib. Drake is not a better rapper than Kendrick. He's just not. Let's see. Best West album is Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. That's wild. That's wild. Let's see. Being traded when you have a family is harder than anything, especially for your kids. They got to switch schools. Yeah, that's tough. And a lot of that too, Kane, is a lot of these families don't even move. Like they still stay because they don't want to take their kids out of school. So a lot of them will stay in the city that they were in to finish school, then they move in the summer. So then you got the families apart, right, and away from each other a lot. So it sucks. It's tough, but that's the sacrifice they make. They make all the money, they put all the time in. That's why they make all this money, man. Their whole lives are dedicated to their craft, and they're just making a cut of what they bring in, right? So it's tough, but then you remember what you're doing it for. These guys get to retire like 30, 35. They got a ton of money put aside if they manage it right, and they can have great lives. But there is there. It doesn't mean that they don't make sacrifices, even though they're making all that money. They still make some sacrifices, man. Katie says, do you think Trout will eventually get traded? You know what? I was convinced he would. Now I don't know. I just don't know. I think the Angels are going to prefer him to come out and say it. I don't know if he ever will. At this point, I just want to see that guy play for something. I want to see him somewhere. I want to see him play and see what he can do. Like what if Kershaw never pitched in a playoff game and he's had all this dominance and we never got to see him fall apart come playoff time, right? Then we just say he's the best like we've ever seen, but the team couldn't get him there. Right? What if Mike Trout gets there and just falls apart? Maybe he's not cut out for the lights, like in that time of the year. Who knows? We've never seen it. We still got to see that with Shohei, which it would surprise me to see him not show up come playoff time. But what I'm saying is we still haven't seen it, right? So we don't know, and it's the same with Trout. Like we don't know what to expect of him in deep playoff or multiple playoff runs. And I think we got cheated on that as a baseball fan because I think being able to see Trout play October baseball repeatedly, I think is beneficial to Major League Baseball. And we're just not getting it, man. Just not getting it. NBA role players got the most unstable job there is. That grind is crazy to be able to get a multi-year deal, something fans don't take into account. Even then, you got Isaiah Thomas, D-Rose stories. Yeah. Well, imagine a baseball player too, man. A baseball player who gets moved up from the minors back to the majors, back to the minors. That's tough too, man. So again, they get compensated, but like I said, they definitely do have to make the sacrifices for sure. Let's see. Yankees' problem is pitching, not a deep rotation. That's a fact. That's where the Yankees are going to have consistent problems, and especially now that they've lost their ace for at least 2 months. At least 2 months. So no ace, no Garrett Cole, no multiple time Cy Young Award winner out there. And now their offense has to get out there and go ballistic and hope that some of these other guys can hold it together on the mound until they get back. And even then, even when you do get Garrett Cole back, like what are the rest of the guys going to be able to hold it down? So there's definitely questions there for sure. Do you think Gabe should take Cam, Max, Prince minutes for good? I don't know. We got to see what he looks like when he gets back. Like I said, I have always said that I feel he's coming back. But anything we get from him is something, right? So got to see what that looks like, how he is, and how he's able to contribute, how he's able to fit in with these guys after basically not playing with them all year. Remains to be seen. That's an open-ended question I don't really fully have the answer to yet, but I know that he can be a point of attack defender at times, so we're going to need that. So because of that, he probably finds some minutes. Low-key, I'm not a fan of having Gabe back because of Ham. Also, Dinwiddie takes his role. I want Vando / Wood back more. Vando is the guy, most importantly, I want back. He makes this team completely different. We get Vando back. I think I've been saying that, guys. I've been the guy leading that chart since last season. After I said, I go, welcome to the Vando, welcome to the Jared Vanderbilt fan club. We've been expecting you. I've been saying, I said forever, man. I never wanted Christian Wood as a starter. I always wanted Vando. Rui I'll take, you know what I mean? But I think Vando in that starting lineup with D'Lo and Reeves, it just makes up for their defensive lapses. And I've always felt that. The numbers say it as well. The eye test says it as well. So it's he impacts winning in a lot of ways just by being on the court. Kane says, what's funny is Jay-Z and Nas don't have that stand-based guys like Kanye, Drake, and Wayne. No, Nas has stands, bro. Nas has stands, bro. Like, what part of the country are you in, King? I'm curious. Nas, trust me, has his stands. Say anything about Illmatic and watch them come out the woodwork. Nas for sure has their stance. Jay, um, Jay is just a dude who's just universally respected. So his stands, I wouldn't say stands, but you're definitely right about M, Ye, Drake, and Wayne. You know, the more I see this list, man, like I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But Jay, I get you. Jay may be too big to have stands. I think that he's just culturally like just um it's hard not to call Jay the GOAT just off body of work, the money he's made, the impact he's made, what he's been able to do just by being a hip hop artist coming out and where it took him to. It's got multiple classic albums. Incredible, incredible, incredible. My favorite album of all time is Blueprint One. So Jay is well, I don't necessarily think that Jay has stands. I think Jay is more universally respected. He gets less hate. Like as for instance, you got like the M stands are gonna hate some other these stands. Like it's just a battle between them. Whereas Jay doesn't get hated on as much. I think you sound crazy for doing so, man. Doing this. We got Search over here doing laundry, man. We def getting Gabe, D'Lo, Reeves, Dinwiddie, Prince lineup if that could happen, man. I just hope Gabe doesn't steal minutes from Harry Giles, the Jokic stopper. You mean Lakers savior Giles? Lakers savior Harry Giles. Lakers, they should be killing me, bro. My prediction is Trout will be traded at the deadline. Yeah, I mean, could I see it? I could. I'm curious though. Lakers, Dodgers. Do you think he's gonna have to demand it, or do you think the Angels just do it? I don't think they just do it. I think he has to demand it. If Vando can become a decent shooter, I'd start D'Lo, Vando, Braun, Rui AD, because Reeves' game takes the least hits if he comes off the bench. Yeah, but Vando will never be a 2. He can't be a 2. Let's see. I don't get guys dissing Austin Reeves without understanding the value he brings for his contract and tenacity. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I don't think speaking on Austin Reeves' defensive limitation is dissing him. I think that's factual. But we've also seen games where Austin Reeves has had moments where he's defended. But if you're going to have him out there guarding the other team's best player, if you're going to have him like going against a guy like De'Aaron Fox, whose speed is just too much for him, that's too much to ask. Someone that like looks more for the mid range, the speed. Like I said, he's had games where he's played very well against very good players. But certain matchups are just a nightmare for him. And when he gives you offensively, when he's giving you 20, 25, then okay. But if it's a game where he's giving you 8 points and he's not going to bring the defense that you actually need, in that type of situation, in those type of games, you're going to be like, okay, we need something else elsewhere. And if he's unable to deliver that, then you got to worry about that. But his contract, his tenacity, his basketball intelligence, his impact on winning, Braun trusting him, I think he brings tremendous value. I really, really do. There's a lot of people who hate Austin Reeves for just a fundamental reason, and that's just what it's going to be. That okay, that don't matter what he does, they're going to hate him. They're going to hate him, and there's some guys who just need to blame someone because they're Braun guys, and there's some guys who are mad when the Lakers win when Braun sits out, and they can't give the Lakers credit, and they're not impressed when they win without Braun because Braun was coaching them on the sideline. That's why they won. Like they cannot give credit to anyone else, and they have to give blame to everyone else other than Braun. And when you have those narratives mixed with everything else, it just spills over into all this. Kane Carter says, I'd rather keep the starters and make adjustments like throwing in Spence, Vando, Wood, Hayes if need be. Well, here's the thing. I think the people of the Hayes crowd are going to be extremely disappointed come playoff time. Like that guy has not had a great season. And even in the moments he's had right now, like I said, if the ball bounces right to him, he's effective. He's effective in pace and in space, but in congestion and when there's in congestion or a crowd, he's too light and he's gonna hurt you. So I wouldn't be too high on Jackson Hayes, man. I'd rather have Wood out there than Hayes for sure. Joe, what's going on, my guy? Thanks for pulling up, bro. Gabe and Vando are dead this year. No, we'll see. Even if they do come back, I'm not really sure. Like I said, with Gabe not being able to play all season, his chemistry with guys, but Vando has chemistry with these guys. So if he is able to come back, Vando, I mean, people can almost argue that Vando's impact on this team is as big as anyone on this team when he's healthy and when he plays. His impact, when he hits his stride, when he's in conditioning, when his timing is down, his impact on this team is as big as anyone. Even if he doesn't score but 5-6 points, his impact is huge. The numbers show it. Like the eye test shows it. The way the other team's scheme shows it. So when Vando was on the floor and healthy, This is a different basketball club. Gabe, that remains to be seen. Kane says, what Laker you think was the OG Caruso / Reeves, like from back in the day? You talking like OG, like 80s, 90s? You talking about that guy? If you're talking about Caruso Reeves, if you're specifically speaking on pigment, then it was probably going to be like Rambus, right? Because there really wasn't many other. But if you're talking about the role, then they had several. Like when you're from the Caruso side, you have like a Michael Cooper, right? And then for the Reeves side, I don't know if there really is. Like Byron Scott was more of like a pull-up set shooter. OG Reeves comparison. That's a good one. I have to think of that. Caruso, there's been more guys out there that could do it. So here's the thing. There's also been a lot of basketball. There's also been a lot of Lakers who sacrificed their game and then just play within the system of the triangle or Showtime Lakers, where they really didn't use their basketball skills to become what they actually could have. Like Derek Fisher was much more capable of scoring before he became like a Laker and then settled kind of into that role. And he had moments where he came back, especially in 2001 when he came back from that injury, he was just lighting things up. When he left the Lakers and went to play for other teams like Golden State and Utah, like he was much more score oriented. So you had guys who can do things out there, but when they played for the Lakers, they sacrificed their game. So it's hard to say because guys were sacrificed on games to play for championships. Richard says, hope Gabe impacts the games with athletic guards. Feels like his 3% percentage was down due to his knee. Yeah, that's a fact too. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Make sure to check out Lakers Fast Break, man. My guy Joe, my guy Gerald over there, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Kane Carter says, Hayes, I'm not big on. I really wish we had a real bruiser big on. Yeah, I'm not really high on Hayes. Trout will demand a trade after Angels stink it up, even though he says he's loyal. That's what I don't know. That's what I don't know, Lakers Dodgers. I don't know if he'll actually demand it, man. This I do not know if he'll actually demand it. One Peruvian guy, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Craig, what's going on, sir? Thank you for pulling up. But yeah, man, like great day today. Great game today. There have been that's not a bad one, Kane. Steve Blake. But by the time we got Steve Blake, he was a little older. A younger version of Steve Blake was Austin Reeves-ish. Yeah, except he was a tougher defender than Reeves. He could defend. He would get gritty out there. So he offensively, I could kind of see that, but defensively, Steve Blake would clear Austin defensively. But shout out to the Dodgers, man, for getting this win today. Shout out to Tyler Glasnow for pitching a dominant performance today, man. Shout out to the lineup, man, for putting up 7 runs. And just overall, man, like I said, man, and shout out to Yarbrough, man, for 3 basically perfect innings as well. Out there, out of the pen. He did give up a hit, but as far as didn't give up any runs. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to everyone who played. Shout out to everyone who showed up at Dodger Stadium today, man. Shout out to everyone who came up and said hello. Shout out to people who messaged me and said they saw me. Shout out to Katie in the chat who said he saw me, man. And I'll be out there plenty, y'all. I'll be out there plenty. So, like I said, don't be shy. Let me know. Come out to me. Let me know what games you're going to be there. Like I said, I'm going to be there plenty. So, appreciate you guys, man. And appreciate you taking this, enjoying Dodger season with me over here at Empire Jeff TV. And just enjoy spending time with you guys covering basketball and baseball. Shout out to all the other content creators who are covering baseball, man. It's important. Keep doing it, man. Killing it. And it's good. It's good for the sport. It's good for YouTube, and it's good for the community. So shout out to everyone, man. I'll be back on playback soon. Thank you guys for looking for me over there. I like I said, I just got a lot going on right now. I'm doing my best trying to time manage here, man. And it can be tough. But my guy Dan over there is killing it on playback, man. So make sure to check him out over there if you haven't done so already. And I'll be back soon. And I do appreciate you guys here. Let me see. Let me check in here. Yeah, he wasn't a Brucing big guy. Definitely not. Let's see. OG Reeves, call me crazy Steve Blake. Like I said, I just didn't have the defense. Like I said, Blake was a much better defender than Austin, man. Need to win damn World Series. Don't F it up. Joe's favorite manager ever, Dave Roberts, then, man. That's hilarious. Richard says, I like Hayes and his improvement, but for sure would like a heavier big, but don't trust Wood. Yeah, the Lakers are not going to be able to fix their second big problem, and they're not going to be able to fix their offensive rebound problem and their second chance points problem. That's going to be there all season. That's going to remain. If they don't, they've got to fix the other things. But the rest of that stuff is going to is going to stay there. That's going to be there for a while. So, but on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here, man. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, man. Great day at Dodger Stadium. They're back there tomorrow night. Make sure to be tuning in. Believe they're on Apple TV tomorrow night. I don't think I'm going tomorrow, but if I do, I'll be posting pictures. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys supporting the Dodgers. Appreciate you guys supporting me. Big Laker game again tomorrow against Indiana. So, go Lakers, get that win tomorrow. And like I said, hope the Dodgers can continue getting wins on this homestand out the gate, 7 straight at home. And then let's handle business, Dodgers Nation. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate it. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well. Hit your boy with a retweet if you can. Drop a like on the post in the video as well, man. Shout out to you guys for rocking later on with me today. Got home from the stadium, pulled up, went straight to YouTube to kick it with you guys and Twitter. So appreciate y'all. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great, safe rest of your Thursday. Have a great Friday. I'll talk to you guys soon. Go Dodgers. Go Lakers.